I'm going to tell you an amazing ghost story from this area, but first of all, just a piece of history. This is Nidderdale, and it's called Nidderdale because the River Nid runs through the entire dale, and it's a beautiful scenic place. The mill behind me there is the mill in Glasshouses Mill, where the ropes of the Titanic were made. I'm stood at Greenhowe Hill, which is a road spreading above this incredible landscape behind me. It's an ancient landscape because it is full of Iron Age burial mounds, ley lines, religious crosses and other strange artifacts from the past that beliefs have been forgotten, but that doesn't mean they don't live on. In the Victorian times, they found that there were caverns under here full of lead, and this area and this street were filled of houses feeding workers for those mines. And it is said, with many witnesses over the last century, that they could be stood on a quiet evening like this and suddenly hear the of clogs tapping, workers from the mines returning home. Some say it's just residual. That is the repetition of those workers coming home over and over and over again. And it's just left its imprint on time as the wooden soles of their clogs keep clattering on the tarmac, returning from work. Some people have heard them walking along the road, crossing to the gravel, to the pub, and the landlord opened the door thinking there was a group of people there, but there was no one. Others say it is the dead, those that lost their life in the mines, and now and again, after the tragedy, find their way home. Here at the mines of Greenhowe Hill and around, and other mines in the country, were also known for a famous story. Many of the men who worked in the mines lost their lives to collapses. It was very, very brutal, dangerous work, long hours, breathing in things that you shouldn't. Your life expectancy wasn't very long, and some lost their lives and were buried down there. Their bodies never recovered, but they still had use, because it is said in death that they would alert their colleagues to an imminent collapse by tapping 1, 2, 3 times on the walls. If the workers were lucky enough to not be smashing up rocks at the time themselves and they heard the 3 taps, they would immediately escape and their lives would be saved. They would be maybe some of those in real life whose clogs would be tapping back up the hill after work to get a pint instead of being buried down in these beautiful hills. Stay tuned for more stories of ghosts and folklore. See you soon. Before I go, and I'm gonna go because it is way below freezing up here, this is the highest church in the country, in England, and it was built by the lead miners from the stones that they quarried themselves. It was theirs. They pulled the stones out of the ground. They brought them here. They built it themselves for their community. Never before has a more true, hard-working church been built. Not from the wealth of an aristocracy, but from the hard work of the miners.